just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now.
Hello everyone, my name is Gugu, the Tsona girl with a Zulu name, a model and body activist. I am here today with two very amazing people in studio who are about to introduce themselves, and we will be talking about everything body shaming, body plus, body activism, everything to do with self-esteem and self-worth. Hi Trendy.
Hi everyone, my name is Marijuana, aka Trendy M, and today we're in studio talking about all things body positivity, body shaming, as Gugu said.
Hello.
Hello everyone, I'm Tulufelo Victoria Molefe. I'm an upcoming plus size model and the Miss Plus Size Face of Mafeking First Princess, and I'm so excited to be here today.
So am I.
Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks
Okay,
now.
so today in studio, like I said, we'll be discussing everything that has to do with body positivity. I would like to know from Tolo first. Tolo, you are a plus size model, and the world can be really easy on you as a plus size model. Please tell us about your experiences.
Well, I'm an upcoming plus size model. I'm not there yet.
Girl,
but,
you're the first princess.
Royalty in the building.
Well, I must say, in the society that we find ourselves in, it's really not easy being a plus size model or a plus size woman, because we are normally called all sorts of names. We are made to feel inadequate. We are made to feel that we are not beautiful because we are not a certain size. Therefore, growing up, I experienced a lot of bullying because of my stature, because I grew up being actually a chubby girl and going forth to becoming a teen and a young woman. So it all came down to me actually accepting myself as I am and realizing that I need to embrace my individuality, to know that I cannot be the same as other people. So it comes down to knowing yourself, your identity as a person, and accepting yourself, because if I don't love myself or accept myself, how do I expect the next person to love and accept me
I love that.
as well? So and that is what then, as time progressed, being actually accepting myself, knowing that I'm beautiful in my own way, and that helped to actually encourage me to actually enter for the pageant of the Miss Plus Size Face of Mafeking, and I received unwavering support from people around who were voting and supporting me, and ultimately I won the title of First Princess.
Hey now.
So, yes.
Okay, Trendy, it has been going on. There has been stereotypes about body activism and body shaming, that it's only fat girls who get body shamed. People think that body shaming and
It's
body
only for
positivity
women.
is a concept for women.
And it's
So I would like you to elaborate further on when.
Yeah, actually, because body shaming doesn't only happen to women. It happens to men also. However, what I've realized is it happens to us queer men, because there's a stereotype rather in the gay community that if you're big or fat, you're not pretty enough to be gay, and then also I just feel like this whole conversation around men body shaming is a conversation that we overlook, because in our society, men are not supposed to care about whatever, they care only about their ego, they don't care about how they look, you understand? But I just feel like it's a conversation that we need to have on a daily, because also men go through body shaming, you understand? I mean, for now, I was born a fat baby. Like my family, every member of my family, they always tell me, when you're a toddler or like a baby, nobody wants to carry you because you're too heavy.
Right.
And as I went through primary still, I was still a fat child, dark skinned. So I was bullied for being gay, fat, and dark. You understand? So it's very hard. It's very hard for a boy to be body shamed, because you can't go to your mom and say, or fight them. You understand? But they actually didn't realize the emotional scars the emotional scars that comes with being body shamed as a boy. Yeah.
Okay, that was very, very insightful. So we all know that social media is one of the biggest platforms to reach out to the world and to communicate with other people.
Actually, we we have people who body shame other people
True.
on social media. Like the
Cyberbullies.
Yeah,
Cyberbullies,
the biggest, like the people who body shame a lot on social media.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen from you posting pictures,
Yes,
right?
I
On Twitter,
have.
and then you have somebody say, oh my goodness, what?
Negative comments.
Ooh, I'm a rebel just for
So we have a few comments here from my Facebook friends that I'm gonna ask Trendy to read out for us so that we can get into them. So Trendy, do best.
Okay, the first question is from South Africa, and she says, what does body activism actually look like outside of clapping hands for the fat girls or celebrating them in terms of active body activism and not passive activism? Also, in terms of body positivity, what body would you look at and be like, okay, that's a healthy body, because most of the bodies we idolize are Eurocentric. How do we then spread body positivity and health wellness? Because I mean, it's normal for Africans. It's normal for Africans and it's not normal for Chinese and so forth. Yeah.
Okay, what I think about this is that it goes back to the thing that people always say when you're skinny, then automatically means you're healthy. And when you're fat, it automatically
That
means
you're unhealthy.
Like, when you
So
like
they're probably looking at this video now thinking cholesterol or my high blood.
no, people who die but by health, you understand?
Yeah, so health has a lot to do with weight, of course. If you're overweight, you're prone to such diseases as cholesterol, obviously.
Right.
But then it is not always the case whereby because you're a certain body shape, then you are sick because of that. Some diseases are genetic.
True.
Some
Are
people
hereditary.
inherit them, you know.
Yeah.
So you can be my size and still be healthy. I am one of the most healthiest people I know.
Oh yes.
She is.
Oh yes.
Google, guys, we eat healthy, you guys. Like, one day we'll
Because
post,
I'm the chef.
you know, we're gonna post the meals on Instagram and just show you like the type of food we eat. You understand? Because healthy. And also to answer this question, I just feel like it's because, you know, I mean, we're into media. The media sells us a certain image of how it's supposed to look like.
True.
Because in media, only a certain body type can sell a product.
True.
You understand? So to them, skinny is beautiful, skinny is better, skinny sells. Whereas that's not the point. I mean, most of the time as big people, we want to buy items that are tailored for skinny people. But and then we buy those items because we want to wear them. Not because of any other reason, you understand? So I think the media has made it a thing that Eurocentric bodies are the way to go. And
Yes.
you know,
Okay, just to add on that, the first part of Lesero's question was what can be done apart from just clapping hands for someone who's fully figured? What else could be done? Earlier, before actually the show started, we had a conversation with Gugu outside, and we were just sharing on ideas on how you could actually make a difference in society, change people's perception about plus-size women. I mean, you could actually have seminars or sessions
Campaigns,
where you could come up and go to those young girls, help them with body positivism, help them with self-acceptance, help them to know their self-worth, and that would actually, in a way, change their mindset to a certain extent. So I think those are some of the things you could do.
You know, amongst the many questions that I always get, people always ask me, why do you call yourself a body activist? What is body activism about? And I always tell them, for me, in very simple terms, it is about redefining the definition of beauty that society has taught us.
Oh, yes.
True.
Yeah.
Certainly.
It's redefining that the whole narrative that I'm here to be skinny so that you look pretty.
Pretty, right?
Look at us.
Exactly.
There's different types of beautiful.
Exactly. Being your own kind of beautiful.
And being comfortable in your own skin.
Exactly.
I mean, one of the biggest things that I have to teach myself is accepting myself. Because the thing about me is, when you look at me, I get big and I think I'm not that big. But actually, I'm covered. And before, okay, sometimes it bothers me when some people say, "Oh my goodness, I'm covered. Go to the gym." I'm like, has it ever occurred to you that I actually try going to the gym or like exercising and eating healthy?
Exactly, but it
didn't. You understand? So for me to lose weight, I have to, I don't know, like maybe consult my GP just to see, because just to see which foods make me lose weight or which food make me gain weight. That's money, and I don't have money. So actually, I need to buy this food. Where they get the money, because unemployment rate in South Africa is very high. You understand? So I just feel like people need to be sensitive to what they say to people.
Exactly.
Regardless of the thing in a good way. Oh, friend, I'm worried about you. Yes, you're worried, but the tonality of everything.
Exactly.
Like,
Words carry power.
Yeah,
they
carry
affect
power.
us. Yes.
So maybe please now move on to the other way.
Second question is from our fave, Nirina Tlhako. She says, okay, firstly, it's like a comment. She's like, thank you for representing the plus size ladies. You've shown that you have accepted yourself as an individual through the body shaming and other hideous comments and have opened the gates for other women slowly accepting themselves. Question. Primary and high school are those of the stages where some people find it difficult to accept themselves because of cyber, verbal, and physical bullying. So how did you manage to cope with the changes in your body during those stages of your life compared to now? Did it bother you? Were you tempted to do surgery, starve yourself to fit in, or any other things that made you not accept yourself?
I think I highlighted that in my the first intro when I started, that it does affect you to a certain extent. But you need, as an individual, to tell yourself that regardless of what people are saying, you need to accept who you are and know who you are and what you stand for as a person. That's how outside forces, what people say or think of you would not affect you to a certain extent, because you know who you are. You've accepted your own individuality, that this is who I am. And you need to accept this is who I am. I'm not willing to change myself to please another human being at the end of the day. So.
And yeah, you know what I always say? I always say that if we can teach people how to hate themselves, let's teach them how to love themselves.
True.
Especially when coming to those young kids who are still in primary, our little sisters, little cousins, in high school, going through puberty and all of this. They go through a lot of changes and they just need someone to be there and guide them in the right direction. People always say that plus size models are overrated because we are all over the place, and because we are big, we think we can automatically become models. And I always say, the more we talk about it, the more we make it a norm.
True.
So the more I see like up and coming plus size models, I mean, a few years ago I didn't know of Miss Kevila, I only knew of Fake Leonce.
Yes.
Now I know of Bo Sorofiwa. A lot of women are just coming out and saying, hey, I'm owning my body. And we the market is not even saturated. I feel like it's open for all of us to come in and raise awareness. Because at the end, the goal for us is to achieve one thing, which is to raise awareness.
And to advocate for the rights.
And also, for me, actually, coming to accept myself, my life is centered around my sexuality. So for me to accept all these other things, I had to accept myself as a gay man in South Africa. And then now I had to deal with other things such as body shaming, issues of colorism, color supremacy. If you're dark skinned,
you're melanin makes you
you know. But I had to have a thick skin from a very young age because I'm a boy. So if I'm bullied, I'm not gonna go home crying. I have to like fight for myself and then go home and say, okay, I was beaten up, but I beat them back. But I'm not that type of person. I'm like to fight. I don't like fighting. So I don't know, man. I used education. I was like, you know what? I might be fat, dark skinned, but I'm smart, and nobody can
take that away from me.
Nobody can shame me for
which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's
because you actually identify your abilities and capabilities that people don't know. Yes, and that would actually make you stand out from the crowd.
And also that thing that you said, people are saying big girls are overrated because they're everywhere, they have space. Just because they are big, they're thinking model. Yes, they can model. The same way skinny girls think that they can model.
We can do the same.
And also we're not trying to, we are promoting body positivity, not unhealthy
lifestyle.
Unhealthy lifestyle. We promote positive anything, from eating to how you live your life to how you want to be seen in the society. That's positivity we're trying to push, the agenda trying to push. So yeah.
I want to thank everyone who sent in their questions and all. Thank you so much, guys. But we didn't have time to read through everything because there's still more. So before we reach our conclusion, I would like you both to give my people advice on how to handle issues of body shaming and how to embark on their journey to self-work, to self-love, self-awareness, and self-acceptance.
First thing I'd say is, love yourself. love yourself
True.
so much that you actually become jealous of loving yourself that much. You understand? Love yourself, know who you are. Because I mean, if you know who you are, nothing can bring you down because you know who you are, you know your principles, you know what you stand for, and you know why you on this earth. You understand? So first thing, love yourself, accept who you are. You all have our flaws. I'm not perfect. We all have our flaws. But try by all means to always, every day, love yourself. You'll never go wrong by loving yourself, my darling.
Yes. Okay, well, I share the same sentiments. It starts with actually knowing your identity, who you are, what you want in life. And once you know yourself and accept yourself, then no one else could change your perspective or shift your focus. And also know that apart from your body structure or your beauty as a person, there's still more to you. There are qualities, there are abilities and capabilities that the next person doesn't possess. So how about shifting your focus on how you look, but focusing more on what you can do, those qualities, those talents. I mean, working on them actually and becoming a better person and actually becoming the best version of who you are. So I think with that, you would actually go far, because if you're not moved by what people say, let what they say be their opinion but not your reality at the end of the day. So yes.
Beautiful. I have a feeling that people are gonna fall in love with the both of you, like I already am. So where can they get you? Like
social media, my Facebook page. Sorry, my Facebook account is Katleho Trini McQueen Marumwana, and then on Instagram is _Trini M, and then on Twitter is @TriniM_.
Alright, my Facebook account is Silofelo Victoria Molefe, and on Instagram I'm @vicky.molefe.
Okay, so that brings us to the end. Thank you so
you
much
so
for
much.
joining us. Thank you for watching, and a big thank you to One Button Studio NW Mafikeng campus for giving us this platform where we discuss issues of importance. My name is Gugu, that's when I go with the Zuni, and I'm signing out.
Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over